If you are absent when we are working on our Mesopotamian Empire presentation in class, it is a group project, so you can complete this assignment on your own independently at home. So this project has 5 slides. The first slide, you're going to put the name of the empire you choose. Which empire are you going to choose? Well, if you go into your textbook, the 4 empires we are studying, it's actually right here on this first page, is the Akkadian Empire, the Babylonian Empire, the Assyrian Empire, and the Neo-Babylonian Empire. So once you've chosen which empire you want to study, you are going to put that name right here, name of empire. Now you need to read about your empire. So if you keep scrolling in the chapter that's attached on Google Classroom, the first 2 pages are about the Akkadian. So if you chose the Akkadian, you'll read page 56 and 57. If you chose the Babylonian, you'll read pages 58 and 59. If you choose the Assyrian, read pages 60 and 61. And if you choose Neo-Babylonian, read page 62 and 63. After you've done the reading, start to fill in the slides. Slide number 2 wants you to record a fact about your empire and then record what characteristic of civilization is shown. In your social studies folder, which you may not have with you, so I've also provided this key online, go back to our word-wise. So if you find a fact that has to do with the system used to rule an area, including the leader or the king and the military, you could record that fact here. So you would record a fact about the king or the military or their leader, and then your characteristic of civilization is your government. Maybe you find a fact about who they worshipped or one of their gods. So then you could record that fact about who they worshipped or one of their gods here, and then your characteristic of civilization is religion. Maybe you find something that they invented. So you record their invention here. And remember, it can also be coming up with a new idea. Sometimes it's a new way of thought or thinking. So you could record that idea here, and then it's technology. Slide number 3 is 2 boxes, and there's the word or in the middle. So you choose which one to do. So on the left box, you could just list 3 keywords. So these are vocabulary words that are important to understanding your empire. Or if your brain's a little bit more creative, you like to think outside of the box, you could come up with 3 hashtags to describe your empire. You don't need to do both, just choose one. On slide 4, there are 3 boxes to choose from. So again, just choose one because there's the word or in between. So do you want to identify the leader of your empire and write 2 to 3 sentences to explain why this leader is important? Choose an important quote from your History Alive textbook about your empire and rewrite it here. So go back into your reading and you would find a quote that really describes your empire. And then you would choose that quote and then you would retype it or copy and paste it here. Or do you want to create a multiple choice question? So think of yourself as a teacher, or like you're creating a quizzes or a Kahoot, and create a multiple choice question, making sure to highlight the correct answer. And then finally, you're going to draw a conclusion. So you're going to answer this question. Why is this empire worth knowing about? Your answer should be 2 to 3 sentences. It should include information from the textbook as well as your own thoughts. So the blank, so put the name of your empire is worth knowing about because. So tell me why it's worth knowing about. What's something about your empire that's important? And then why do you think this information is important? This is largely your opinion. You have to use some inference and make a decision on your own. So show me your own thinking here. You won't find this answer in the textbook. You have to make a judgment. So if you are absent from class this week when we're working on our Mesopotamian Empire group project and presentation, you will complete these 5 slides on Google Classroom and turn them in.